Michael Cohen will be back on the stand in New York tomorrow for his continued cross-examination after a testy back and forth between him and Todd Blanche, Donald Trump's attorney, yesterday. Joining us now, NBC News legal correspondent Lisa Rubin. It's good to have you here.
I'm happy to be back.
Yeah, I know you're usually down at the courthouse. So you saw Michael Cohen yesterday and know that he was much more controlled for the prosecution. How'd he do with Todd Blanche?
He did better with Todd Blanche than he had done with either Alina Habba or Cliff Robert, both of whom represented Trump parties in the civil fraud trial. He's generally more controlled. He had a couple of moments. For example, he and Blanche went back and forth about whether something Cohen insisted was inaccurate was in fact a lie. And ultimately, Cohen gave and said, OK, you want to call it a lie? I'll call it a lie. But for the most part, he did a good job of maintaining his cool. But we haven't gotten to the central facts here yet. Everything Blanche did yesterday was about trying to dismantle Cohen's credibility as a witness, as a person. But it had nothing to do with the underlying facts to which Cohen testified.
Do you have a sense for at how much longer the cross is going to go for Michael Cohen? Is it going to be all of tomorrow?
Well, I think based on a sidebar that the parties had yesterday with Judge Merchan that's unveiled in the transcript, we can expect that Todd Blanche will go all the way through the end of the day tomorrow. So expect the things that we haven't seen yet to actually come tomorrow.
Okay, so when he's done with them and after the redirect happens and whether there's a recross and another redirect after that, we'll see. Is it your expectation that the defense is going to call any witnesses?
If I were a betting person, I would say probably not. And if they do, it will only be an expert witness. They have an expert witness who's a former FEC commissioner. They want that person to testify that the campaign finance crimes to which Cohen pled guilty and which AMI signed a non-prosecution agreement about are not, in fact, crimes, despite those pleas and signatures.
Well, so that's the heart of this. And I think we should always be reminding viewers about what exactly is at issue in this case, where the crime is. There's the falsifying of documents. That's right. A misdemeanor. They've gone a pretty long way to prove that that happened. But the underlying felony, there's debate about what the prosecution might use here. Is it going to be a federal election violation? Is it going to be a state election violation? Is it going to be a tax violation?
I think it's going to be a combination of state and federal, or just the state. There's a state election law that says basically it's unlawful to conspire with another person to promote somebody's election through unlawful means. The unlawful means might be the unlawful campaign contributions or the corporate contribution that American media made. So we'll see exactly what that is. I don't think it will be taxes. I think it will be that campaign finance contribution. But I want to push back really quickly on something you just said. They've shown that those documents were falsified. But what they have to show to prove their case is that Donald Trump either falsified them himself or caused others to do so. And that's why Michael Cohen's testimony is in fact so important, because without him placing Trump at the approval moment of how to cover up those campaign finance violations, you might not get all the way there with the jury. And so that's what makes Michael Cohen an important witness here.
And quickly, if you can, what's the jury been like?
The jury has been very serious, very interested, not interested at all at looking at Donald Trump, and pretty stone-faced and hard to read. Occasionally, they were amused yesterday by Michael Cohen, and particularly the way Todd Blanche very colorfully opened his cross-examination.
Crying
but for the
little,
most part,
you know what?
But for the most part, they're hard to read. And you know what? That jurors are hard to read even when you think you can read them.
Lisa Rubin, you sound good with a raspy voice.
Thanks.
Thanks for being here. See you in court tomorrow.